You are here with Arend and Anneesa from Countryside Acres.
You're shaking them. You do it
Shaking 'em
every
around.
time.
Well, I wasn't ready. It
You
doesn't
are
every
ready.
time. It
You
always
just-
goes ready.
Yeah.
But it's still off because, like, you're not in it. I am in it.
It was perfect, and then you fiddled it again.
How's that? Today's weather is brought to you in part by.
There.
Not bad.
Perfect.
The light seems off. Good news is nobody's here yet, so we can still keep fiddling. Fix our hair.
I don't know about
Try to look pretty.
that. Welcome.
So you're gonna die out? I got 30% or something. Why don't we put it on your laptop? It was plugged in though. Why did it charge? I don't know.
You probably did. Like
So
6%.
maybe we can do this, and we can plug you back in. The Volta? Yeah. And then maybe we can plug me in through there.
I don't think it'll work. It's
No?
such a slow charge that.
We will try. Good afternoon, good evening, guys. Just wishing you and your family the best. Oh, thank you very much, John. Plug that in. Ah, charging. This is wonderful.
It's just wonderful.
Hello from Kazakhstan. Spasibo. What's that one say? They disappear too fast up there for me to read them that well. Look at that old photo I used, eh?
Mm-hmm.
If you're watching this later, that is an old picture from about a little over 2 years ago, roughly 2 years ago. No, maybe about exactly 2 years ago, when we went to the States and we looked at the Ark encounter in Tennessee, isn't it? Kentucky? Yeah, maybe it's Kentucky. Anyway, absolutely recommend it. If you get a chance, check it out. It's really cool. Well worth seeing. And I was reminiscing about that the other day. I'd like to go there again. Alexander, hello. As always, if you have a topic or something you want to discuss, hammer away on your keyboard. If you got some questions, same thing. Sometimes that's more interesting than just us reading comments. But, I mean, we do both. We typically read comments, but we can also answer some questions. So if you're just tuning in now, stay tuned for some questions. They might get asked, and we might answer them. So watch her through. Also, if you're not subscribed to our Telegram channel, you can check that out. We have a Telegram channel. If this YouTube ever disappears, that's where we will, where you will be able to know where we went. A lot of YouTubers have disappeared. YouTube, unfortunately, does not like conservative topics. It doesn't like Christian topics, and it doesn't like Russia. So it's kind of a bad mix.
Certain locations.
Certain locations. Oh, we're not allowed to say the R word.
I guess
You can also support us on Patreon and on Boosty if you so desire. And we are also on Instagram and on X. So there's a lot of different places. There are usually links below every video in the description for you to follow if you want to. Alexander says, hello. Andy says, Privyet from Germany. Alone again says, I am the first, but it's the third comment. Sorry. Andy, New Brunswick is watching.
Hi.
How is New Brunswick? Is it cold over there yet? You know, this the weather here's been kind of cool this year. CDOT, good afternoon. I know who that is. Good afternoon. Good evening, guys. Just wishing you and the family all the best. I gave it a like. My screen disappeared. Hello from Kazakhstan. I read that one earlier. Greetings
yeah,
from
I put
Chicago.
it right back where it is when it went away.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, now I'm all caught up. You can scroll her down.
All right, what if I go too fast?
Hello, Kazakhstan. I was just watching your video with the vet, says Alexander. Yeah, it was a good vet. Good visit. Learned a lot. How's the weather on your spot? Cold. We're kind of seem like we're done with the warm weather. This week we're going to get some sunshine. It'll be 4 days of sunshine, at least. But highs of 14 degrees, lows of 4 or 5 degrees. So not real nice weather. Could be worse. Greetings from Moscow.
You missed this comment.
Hi, you guys. Great to catch you. Hey, Sean. Hey, Sean. How are you?
I thought
We got to do a live together. We should just patch Sean in here.
I don't know
See
how
what
to
he's
do
doing. All right, one day we got to schedule that, Sean. Have a live with you. I still want to go to Alaska sometime too. I don't know when I'll do that, but preferably in the summer, not in the winter.
Yeah, and then you're done watching our live, go and check out his channel. It's Sean in Alaska.
Yep. Sean's busy building his own homestead in Alaska. Greetings from Moscow. Hello, fellow Canucks. It's called Bill C8. Which one's Bill C8? Remind me, Alexander, please. Swarm of drones, ho from Moscow. I am watching from Florida. Used to live in Krasnodar region, moved to USA a long time ago. Florida sounds nice. I might visit you there sometime. Is there a gas crisis in Russia? I would say no. Now, I use diesel, so there's literally no issues getting diesel anywhere. Have not had a problem. I did notice the other day one gas station did not have gasoline, benzene. I needed it for my chainsaw, and they didn't have it. The other gas station did. That was the only thing I ever noticed. Now I've been reading that apparently there's shortages of gasoline. I don't know what the reasoning is. The governor has said it will be addressed. It's come to his attention. It will be addressed and fixed. And so I would suspect by next week there should be no shortages. What is the reason? I have no idea. But I wouldn't say it's a crisis, no. Ohio here. Britain is watching. Hi from St. Pete. Alexander, Thunder Bay, Ontario is cold now too. 14 degrees, but lows of 9. Yeah, Thunder Bay is quite a ways up, I guess. So. It's still south of us. Good. Still quite a ways south of us.
It's usually really cold though on the lake.
Yeah, the lakes don't help. Yeah. Greetings from Iraqi Kurdistan. Hey, interesting. Caravan Jaff. Sean, heck yeah, come in July when the salmon are running. I know, July I'm usually busy though. But one day I really want to. Often wanted to. Well, we were gonna, if you remember, Sean, we were gonna 2 years ago. We were planning on taking our motor home and heading north. We changed our mind for whatever reason, and we went south.
Luckily, because it broke down.
The motorhome broke down.
It would have broke down somewhere, and
maybe one day in the future, someday when we have some excess money, and then I'd love to. I always wanted to check out Alaska. It's a beautiful place.
I'd like to too, but
yeah, or fly in. But then the trouble is, where do you stay, right? So,
if it's
stay
July,
at Sean's place.
we could camp.
Yeah. I don't know. How's the bugs over there in July?
Oh, they'd be bad, but we just make do.
Yeah. Come back a lot thinner because we gave away all our blood.
Maybe. Yeah.
Hi, good family. Hi from Sudbury. Olga, will you what? Vladimir, my mom was born in Nizhny Novgorod.
Cool.
Andy Johnson, it's 80 degrees Fahrenheit here in Ohio. That means nothing to me. What's 80 degrees Fahrenheit? What is your current language proficiency? I am 100% proficient in English. I am 80%, 75% proficient in Dutch. I am 5% proficient in French. 3% proficient in Spanish. Maybe 1.
I think you're less in
French, probably, yeah. And I don't know, maybe 4 or 5% in Russian. I can speak to people and make myself understood, but it depends on what we're talking about.
I don't know. Somebody will have to tell us.
Calgary here from Gregory. Greetings from Belarus. Els Groeneveld. There are no shortages. Where is Els Groeneveld? I knew some Groenevelds growing up. In English, we call them Groeneveld, but in Dutch, it's Groeneveld. And it literally means green field. So I know some Groenevelds. I wonder if maybe I know you. Igor, what's the most important change in your perception of Russia over the past 2 years? That's a great question. Really good question. What do you think? You're 2 years ago that you thought about Russia? We've literally been almost here 2 years. In October 20th? 22nd?
No, we were in Georgia.
We left Canada. When did we leave Canada? It was in October.
Yeah, we landed in Georgia on the 23rd.
23rd. Okay, so October 22nd, we left Canada. So we haven't been back, or I haven't been back. It's almost 2 years.
Right.
Then we spent almost 3 months in Georgia, and we came here January 7th. So we're now like 20 months, 21 months, 22 months that we've been in Russia. In 2 years, what's perception that changed? I think we always knew it was going to be difficult. I think now it's more difficult than I think I realized it was going to be. And mostly it's just language and just things are different, I guess.
I think a lot of the rules and regulations.
Yeah. I've never moved. I've never lived in another country. I mean, I have moved, but I was a little kid. So you grow up in an area and you just assume that's the way it is. When I explain things to people here, it's very foreign to them as well because they've grown up this way their whole life, and it's just how you assume everybody else lives. And I grew up in Canada, and you just assume that the way we handle things is also the way other people handle things. And so there is definitely a culture difference that way. Things are done differently, and it's some things that we would not have even considered are actually more difficult here. And then there's other things that are easier here. So, yeah, I don't know.
I think the biggest thing is the lack of control. Like, and don't get me wrong, it's not controlling here or anything, but we are the type of people that hit the ground running with everything that we do. And we've got to a point in this build and farm and everything that we did it all ourselves, and it happened like overnight. And now we're at a point where everything that we're waiting on or wanting to do, we're at the mercy of other people. I think
it's out of our control.
Yeah, like
that's probably accurate.
Control. And it's, I think, a very, very tough situation because of that. If that makes sense.
Yeah, and earning in income, and that's going to be a challenge for every foreigner because you don't speak the language. It's hard. So language remains the key, I think, to whether you make it work or not. And then, of course, depending on what you do, like I know some, there's lots of expats living in like Moscow or someplace where there's lots of English-speaking people. Yeah, it's a lot less challenging, of course. So, yeah, I don't know. That's a really good question, though. Andy G, a €20 super chat.
Thank you.
Make sure you like it. Thank you very much, Andy.
I don't get rid
click somewhere. Not there. Maybe there. There you go. That worked. 80 degrees, current language, no shortages. Hi from Monessen, Pennsylvania. Never heard of Monessen.
Cool.
Good evening, dear family, from Elena. Robert Swagger, the real reporter, is back on YouTube. Yeah, shh. Well, don't tell everybody, but don't tell YouTube. Maybe. Real Reporter is a great guy. It's Constantine. If you don't know him, haven't heard of him, please check him out. Don't forget to subscribe. Constantine does excellent work.
Yeah, he's done another video on us as well.
He's done two videos on us. Both of them are on the new platform. Check them both out. Don't forget to subscribe to his channel, though. Did you guys hear the CRA took 91% of women's families' RSPs when the parents died? They took I just read that. Yeah. So the people died, and there's like $710,000 that could be inherited, and the government took enough. I think there was 55,000 left for the kids or something like that. Because I don't know, because you got this. There's like inheritance tax and a bunch of other stuff. So
I'm sure that person didn't actually.
Something seems strange here, but I did read about it. Yes.
Debt?
Well, I don't know. I think Canada realizes.
I know that when people die, it's normal to the bank account has to be held for X amount of time to make sure there's no debts and stuff.
Yeah, maybe these people owed back taxes or something. I have no idea.
I was thinking,
but the Canadian government is running out of money. It's a serious problem, and they are looking for new taxes and new ways to steal it from the Canadian citizens. So, they're literally working on home equity tax, unrealized capital gains, in other words. So if your home's gone up in the last 20 years, even if you're not selling it, they're going to tax you on it anyway. Right? It's crazy. Vladimir, Jesus is Savior. He's coming soon for church. Come to Jesus if you don't know him.
Amen.
Amen. Good call. Sean, stay at my place. Oh, disappeared. Stay at my place. Mosquitoes are starting to wear parkas now. They are worse than they were this summer.
Mosquitoes. You don't like mosquitoes.
No, I don't care for mosquitoes. But they're better than black flies.
But his spot is a lot more open since the neighbor helped out in that regard. So I'm thinking
a little bit better it used to be.
Less bugs maybe now.
Okay. Well, we can try it out. Els Groeneveld. I live in the Netherlands. Yeah, accidentally cut down his trees.
Accidentally. I didn't see the video. He cleaned him out, and then they realized he was over the property line.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Okay, so I probably don't know who you are, but I do know Groenevelds living in Canada, and actually I am related to Groenevelds, and can't remember how, through my mother's side. Gotta think how that works again.
Doesn't really matter there.
No, it doesn't. I can't remember through my mom's dad or my mom's side. We are related to Groenevelds somehow, but maybe not your family. I have no idea. Do you also understand German? Yes, I do.
A little bit.
A little
Nice.
bit. See, German and English and Dutch are sister languages. And English, actually, what did I say? German. Did I say English?
Mhm.
That's what I meant to say. English comes out of German. Not today's German, out of Old German. And so there's a lot of relation between them. And speaking Dutch, I understand some. I also like languages, but I can understand some German. Yes. We actually have a neighbor who speaks German. He was stationed in East Germany when he was in the army. And so he learned German there. And so he speaks German with me, mix of German and Russian. And I speak a mix of English and Dutch and Russian. And we understand each other most of the time.
Or they laugh and smile and pretend.
Yeah. Will you and Justin start a, where did I miss?
Construction.
Oh, yeah. Will you and Justin start a construction business like the home insulation? That is the talk. That is originally what I invited Justin over here for. We were going to start a construction company, and I was going to let Justin run it for us. We'll see how that works. It's obviously a challenge. Well, he knows the language pretty good, so that's the asset. It's going to be a challenge finding work, perhaps, but I think it's out there. And once we get things wrapped up here on the farm, we're going to more actively pursue that. And I also know some foreigners who are planning on moving here and that also would like assistance building their projects. So that's probably also something we'll be doing in the future. Yeah. So if you have something that you need done, let us know. Mar, $3 Canadian super chat. Fist bump. Thank you very much. Vera, hello, wonderful family, watching from Sweden, but I am Serbian. Love Russia. Love your videos, every one of them. God bless you and your children. Thank you very much, Vera. Appreciate that. When are you coming to Belarus for an excursion? Oh, I'd love to go. I really want to go there too. I don't know. It costs a lot to travel. We are not rich. People seem to think Westerners are, but we're not. We had enough to do what we're doing, and now we need to seriously start earning some income. So I can't afford to go to Belarus right now. We took the train to Moscow the other day, and it cost 50,000 rubles just for our family to go to Moscow and back. So that was 50,000 rubles is like what, $1,000 roughly Canadian or something.
Yeah, too much.
It's a lot of money. Your hairdresser did a nice job. Thank you very much. Not bad for a 9-year-old, eh? Not bad at all. No, it's $830 Canadian. Not for the hair. That's for the train.
For the train.
How did you learn construction? Oh, that's a good question too. At 14, I grew up on a farm. So if you're Russian, Russians don't understand Western farms, I guess, but in Western farms, we are self-sufficient, family-run enterprises that do everything yourself. So I learned obviously on the farm to tinker with stuff, play with hammers, drills, saws, whatever. I would have watched my dad doing some welding, things like that. At 14, I started in construction as a summer job. So summer holidays between school. And the next summer I did the same thing, worked for the same company, barn building. And then at 17, I quit school and started construction full time for a house builder. And we built everything, right from digging a hole in the ground to finishing the tile in the bathroom, the entire house, the whole thing. And I've been in construction off and on my whole life.
So self-taught.
Yeah, self-taught. And then Anneesa and I have flipped multiple homes.
What does that mean?
Bought an old house, fixed it, sold it again. We've also done that with farms. So yeah, loads of construction. We've been engaged in it all the time. Anneesa as well. She grew up, her parents built their own house. So she grew up around that all her life too.
It's like an addiction, I think, now.
Yeah, we really enjoy it. Actually, we have talked about it multiple times now. It's like, we could sell this, go build another one.
Yeah.
So, I mean, on one side, it's not fun because, you're always living in a construction. But on the flip side, I don't know, I just really enjoy it. I'm like, when we're done building, then what are we going to do, right? So,
yeah, I said that to you the other day that, I really enjoy designing stuff.
Yeah.
And
so if anybody wants to buy our farm, let us know. We will just move over a couple of minutes, 5 minutes down the road, and we'll go build another one.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm going through a very difficult period in my life, and your videos truly help me. They give me strength to smile and to take care of my 10-month-old daughter. Wow. Well, thank you very much. I'm glad we can do that. If there's any specific content that you would like that would help you out more, let us know.
And we will pray for you.
Michael, what's up, everyone? Okay. I'm okay. The links. Hi. Oh, you just moved something around.
Hold on, I'll find it back.
Where did
Just
it
give me a
go?
minute.
I gotta read faster, apparently. Andre, greetings from Krasnodar. I wasn't sure you could build a farm in a field in an unfamiliar country without builders or knowledge of the language. The result exceeded all expectations. Oh, of course you can. You can do anything you put your mind to. There are no limits. Rec, Acronics, you've lost weight and you need to rest. I think you're tired. I'm assuming Acronics is supposed to be me?
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, you need rest. I hope you understand what I mean.
Yes.
Yeah, I try to get more rest. I've been sleeping better lately, but I'm still very tired. I don't think I've lost any weight. I would love to lose some weight. I'm about 40 pounds overweight, actually. So I would like to lose some weight, but I'm too lazy to do it. I like eating. So like in the morning, I'll wake up and I'm like, today I'm going to do better. And then by night, I'm like, yeah, I didn't do any good. Maybe tomorrow I'll do better. I don't really put a lot of effort into it. Ibrahim.
You put a lot of effort into eating.
Oh yeah, into eating I do, but
Yes.
not into like not eating.
You love eating.
People want you to learn the Larson language while you are busy building your farming business. They are not considerate. Well, I know, but they know that I need it.
They would like to communicate with us.
Yeah.
And I don't blame them. It's very difficult not communicating with people.
Yeah. Pete Rangello's youth. I see the difficulties your family has faced, but as you say, everything has a silver lining. Everything that hasn't been done yet or has been plowed through is an opportunity for those who want to work. Amen. Nigel, have a nice time, everyone. Tomorrow I will watch the recording with the translation into Russian since I'm not good at English. Okay.
Thank you.
In Russia, not all roads have been built yet, and not all songs have been sung yet. Amen. Mad Max, your video signal is crystal clear so far. Это хорошо. Alexander, mosquitoes has mostly died in Thunder Bay. Just a few flies left. I saw a wasp die the other day in front of me. Well, if all the mosquitoes died in front of me, I would not shed a tear.
If it happened all at once, I'd be kind of concerned.
Yes, that would be concerning, yes. But I've often wondered why Noah didn't just, squish that last skitter in the boat. Vladimir, my mom told me in Nizhny Novgorod, it's a lot of edible mushrooms you can pick up from the forest. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know anything about mushrooms. I keep thinking about learning because all the neighbors know. People are in the bush picking mushrooms all the time.
Maybe next year.
There's lots of delicious, tons of mushrooms growing. I got free clearing for the future garden site. Okay, the sun is up and I have some siding to get up on the new building. Have a great day, guys. So great to see you flourishing there. Thanks, Sean. Thanks for joining us again. Mad Max, regarding all the various sanctions, how is Postal Service currently? Say from Canada, USA, can an item imitated with Canada Post? Probably not imitated. With Canada Post or USPS move all the way to you via Russian Post? Yes, it can, except Canada Post is on strike again. Should be no shock. They do it every single year. Guess what's coming up? Christmas. Every year they go on strike. They're pretty lazy over there. Overpaid, underworked, constantly on strike.
Shipping companies, though, that you could use.
Yeah, but it does work. Yeah, we've shipped from here to there, and it will work the other way too.
Yes, but yeah. I thought you needed a middle person to get it here on the way back.
Well, I don't know.
I would recommend if you want to ship something to us, we do have an address that you can ship to in Canada.
Yeah, email us. Anneesa just put it on the screen. You can email us and you can ship us packages in Canada. And then we'll find a way to get it. Izan, I can't wait for the moment when I'll be able to order your products through Ozone or Wild Berries here in Kazakhstan. They're very popular and available everywhere. That's cool. Yeah, that would be neat.
Well, I have a few other things that I have been sewing up that I would love for people to get a hold of.
All right, you need to put them on our VK. Oh, we also have VK. You got to check out our VK page.
I think people are scared of our VK because they don't have the VK pay.
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared. You don't need the VK pay. Just go.
You just place an order there,
and
a friend of ours will contact you back immediately. Well, very soon, very shortly. And we'll give you the details and everything will work out. You don't need to pay on VK. You don't need a VK pay in order to buy something through VK. As non-citizens, we are not even able to get VK pay. No. So, but it's our store at the moment where you can visit us, see what's available, and support us. Kind of like a hub. Yeah. All right. Mar, $4 Canadian super chat. Have my Uber tip earning for today. Bless you. Thank you very much. Rivian, God bless your family. Start watching your channel a week ago. Right now I'm on episode 73. Whoa, you're moving through a lot of episodes in a week.
Thank you.
I am Russian, born in Lithuania, live in Chicago for 30 years. Last time was visiting Moscow in 1995. Wowzers. Well, it's changed a lot. I would recommend coming back for another visit.
Mm-hmm.
English is really pagan language. We do spelling and cursive writing.
Sorry, I just want to go back and thank you so much for watching all those videos because
Yes.
we can see our analytics and it's climbing. We appreciate
Yes, we recommend all of you go back
Yes.
to our old videos. There's
Yeah.
some really cool stuff. Once in a while, I click on an old video
Yeah.
too. I'm like, man, the kids have
It
grown
really
a lot.
helps. It really helps our family just by
Yeah.
watching our old content.
Here's a good question. Why did you sell your ducks and geese? From Ibrahim. It's waterfowl are a real pain in the winter. They love water. They love splashing around in water. And of course that freezes. So they just make a mess. If you put them in the barn, their bedding always gets a mess because they're just messy birds.
So I think of our very first video. Was
Yeah,
it
that
duck
very first
stuck in the
duck
ice?
stuck in the ice. He was playing in water as well, and then he froze himself in the ice, and
Yeah.
I had to chip him out. Very, very, very first video on the channel. It's very bad footage, but it's the very
I
first
know,
video.
but that's funny, and that's why we try not to keep them over
So,
the winter.
Chickens, turkeys, they're pretty easy to keep because their manure, for one, is drier, and
they perch too.
and they perch, and they don't make such a big mess of water. They just drink it. Ducks splash, and they need to like put it all over themselves. And in wintertime, they're just a pain. So until we have something better set up for waterfowl, we're not keeping any in the winter. We have done it in the past, but it's just a pain. Andy, I don't want to be too personal, but are your parents still alive? And if so, what do they think about you now living in Russia?
I hope
Yes.
they're still alive.
As far as we know, both sets of parents are still alive.
Mom, are you still alive?
Yeah, Mom's watching right now. Her mom.
I think Dad
My
probably is
dad
too.
is turning 80. I'm pretty sure it's 80 this year. Yeah, I think so. In October. So they're getting up there in age for sure. And Mom will be 80 next year, next August. She would just turn 79. So yeah, they're still living. What do they think of us living here? Well, initially they definitely weren't too happy about it, but I like to think they trust our judgment, and I think now after
I think
2
they thought we were
years,
nuts.
yeah, after 2 years, I think they would still love us to come back, of course, but
I think they think we're nuts.
they have to be able to admit now that it wasn't as bad as they might have thought.
Yes.
There, she's laughing. I see it on the screen now. So.
I think they probably thought we were nuts, but they probably weren't surprised because, well, we just kind of are weird like that.
Yeah.
We just kind of just come up.
Well, I don't
with
think we're
ideas.
weird. Maybe you're weird. I'm not weird.
Mm.
We're just a little bit more adventurous than maybe some of the other
Yeah.
kids.
True. Some people go on vacation for a couple weeks, and we just take our vacation.
We do a
with life.
staycation in other locations.
There you go.
All right, Ron, big howdy, one and all, on this fine Sunday. Thank you very much. You're doing great, and God willing, you'll overcome all the problems. In the U.S., eggs were $2 in 2020, $9 in 2023, and now they're $6, and everyone's happy. Meg White, how can I watch this with automatic translation in the subtitles? You can't. Not until it's posted.
Tomorrow.
Michal, hello, where is the Canadian family that helped you? Somebody asks that every week. They live like 2.5 hours away.
Doing
in the
great.
village. They're doing
Everything's good. Doing their own life.
Don, you have previously said that the people who live in the nearby village will move back into the city for the winter. Is that common? Because that implies that people have more than one home. Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody does. That's
Yeah.
amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Almost every Russian has a cottage. It's crazy.
I know. This poor country.
They live in the
have
city.
Beautiful.
They have nice
homes.
houses in the city, or a nice flat apartment, something like that, in the city, and then they come out to the country for the weekend, every weekend,
Or live for the summer.
or for the summer, yeah, and live in their cottage, and
Yeah.
then they go back to the city again. And they say Russians are completely poor and struggling to survive, and there's no food, and it's not true. People have a very good quality of life here.
Yeah. After the Soviet Union, and what I'm understanding, after the collapse, they were granted a place in the city and a place in the country. Most of them.
Yeah, I don't know.
And we actually know a school teacher, she was granted like a whole apartment building for her contribution. And she has this whole apartment building now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Russian farming used to be a collective thing. I speak Russian. Saw many Russian ex-politicians were amazed by you that family makes amount of production as same as the Soviet. Huh? I speak Russian. Saw many Russian ex-politicians were amazed by you that family makes amount of
That
production
our family are as
maybe
productive.
as a collective farm. Well, the big farms that are here now look very underproductive, like 300, 400 cow dairy farm with 180 employees. I don't understand it at
No.
all. Like that would be run by one family, a mom and a dad and a few kids in Canada, not 180 employees jumping. They might have one person that comes in on the weekend and helps out or something, maybe. My uncle and aunt and my cousin and his wife live in Manitoba. They milk, I think it's 180 cows. It's just the four of them. That's it. You know, his kids are not old. Well, his oldest kid would be what? I'm just guessing you're 7 or 8 years old or something. They're probably helping out some now, but yeah, it's just the way it is. Archibald, are you following, at least on the internet or other media, local hockey team? No. Archie McFerrin in the recording. Hello, guys. Glad to see you. Mr. Arend, how's the cookie shop doing? We shut her down. She stopped selling cookies. There's a lot of work.
We do it on VK.
Oh, on VK,
If
you can still order
somebody's-
cookies
yeah.
there, yeah. But she's not going to
They're
market
make to
anymore.
order, yeah.
Market was a lot of work and not a lot of profit. Hey, from Canada, how are you guys doing? Doing great. Red Bull, Aaron, do you think you'll be milking cows by Thanksgiving? No. Details coming up on that, but we will not be. Vladimir, I love you and your family. God bless. Janet Airlines, does Russian screen move? Does Russian whoop down security really go through your phone when you arrive? Nobody went through my phone, so
No, I've never.
I doubt it. Now I only landed here once. Nobody went through my phone. Anneesa has left.
Landed twice here.
Oh yeah, I went to Georgia there too. Yeah, so I went to Georgia and back. Nobody went through my phone. It was easy immigrating back here. Just it was easy.
Yeah, the
in the
odd
airport.
time if they suspect you of something, they might, take and look at.
Yeah.
But they have no concern usually.
No, I'm not worried about it at all. Vladimir, I love you and your family. God bless. Thank you very much. Janet, does Russian security? Oh, I read that one. Tiggy Wink, my project load has been nearly overwhelming. Watching your channel gives me the strength to keep going, knowing that Father will make my fruit ripen sweetly if I just endure. There you go.
Thank you.
Aren't a slacker when you make the handrails in the house. What do I need handrails for?
They're stairs.
When they'll get there eventually, just teach your children to use the stairs, and then there's no issue.
I would like them.
Yeah, of course, we'll get there eventually, but my kids don't fall off the stairs. They teach them how to use them properly.
Somebody
all
done
good.
one yesterday.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah, the handrail wouldn't help for that. They were
No.
using a bouncy pig on a step. It's a terrible idea. And nothing to do with the handrail. Mar, we love you. Well, thank you very much. I like when you mention parts from the Bible, prayers from the UK. Thank you very much for that too. We could use your prayers. Everybody could. And today's world is a troubling world for Christianity. I just read today about Nigeria. I don't know if any of you are aware, but somewhere around 100,000 Christians have been killed in the last 200 days in Nigeria. So that is something we should all be praying for, because that is massive. Like, that is a huge atrocity. And it's not seemingly on any news networks, really. It's the first time I heard about it, and it's been going on for 200 days already. So please pray for Nigerians. I should have kept a goose for Christmas. Not a big fan of goose meat.
I miss turkey.
Yeah.
I couldn't find a turkey.
We didn't find any turkey eggs. Like, could we hatch them out next year?
Probably.
Yeah, let's do that next year. Greetings from Tuscany. Thank you. C. Laughing. Natalie, where will Justin from Altai work? Well, he's helping us now. So basically, in exchange for living here, that's the deal right now. They get to live here for free with us and help us get some stuff done around the place. And then we will be looking for work.
But they're also selling stuff on their VK, and so you can support their family that way.
So 2 things: visit their YouTube channel, subscribe to them there. That's a big support to them, of course.
They have a Telegram.
And they have a Telegram channel, and then they are also selling stuff. So they have Altai honey if you're in this area. Well, if you're anywhere in Russia, they'll ship it.
They'll ship it.
But they have Altai honey for sale. So you
You can
get
go on
that.
their Boosty. They have a Boosty channel as well. Backyard Russia.
So that helps them, of course. But yeah, we believe the opportunities for them are better here. That's why we invited them over here to join us. We really enjoy the extra fellowship that we have, the two families. It's a lot of fun. We spent the whole afternoon together too. And yeah, we'll help each other succeed, hopefully. Is your mom and dad plan to visit you? Not that I know of. I would doubt it. I'm really hoping your mom will come one day. I can't see your dad
I'd love
come.
my dad to come too,
But I don't know if they
we
will.
did have to drag him here.
We hope so. They should come. It would be really good.
I told him when he was old and senile, and he didn't know where he was going, that I'd be bringing him to Russia.
He'd come here whether he wants to or not.
So you'll be in Russia one day, maybe.
Greetings from Serbia. Thank you. Come here, dear Canadian friends. You look better. I haven't seen you in a while because YouTube isn't working. You look younger and prettier.
Oh,
thank
so
you
pretty.
very much. Yeah. I'm so glad. May you always be in a good mood.
Thank you.
Teresa and Steve, living life retired. Love from Mitchell, Ontario. Thank you.
There you go.
I don't know. There it is. Natalie, you've been in Russia for almost 2 years now. Why don't you consider hiring a Russian language tutor at least a couple times a week? Would that help your progress much faster? It would help, yes, because we're busy. Literally, we are always busy. It never ends. That's why we look tired.
I know.
Like, you
People
need to
don't
rest.
understand
Well,
that.
everything that's on this place, I want to make another video soon because we got some more work done. 15 months we have taken this field from a field nothing. We've built a big house, we built a little house, we built a workshop, we built a root cellar, we've built gardens, like 4 acres of gardens. We've put in fencing on about 25 acres of property. We put in laneways, septic, electricity. It's been a lot of work, as well as developing stuff, meeting with people from all over the world that have come, want to visit. It's been a very busy 15 months. So we are ready for a holiday, ready for a break for a little bit. Alex, I don't know if you had a chance to finish reading my comment on how to use sheep fleeces. I asked because last Sunday the link dropped right while you were reading it. No, I don't remember reading anything about sheep fleece.
We would like to look into that and how to figure out how to do like felts and that type of stuff.
Yep.
Again, it all takes time, energy, money, and most of the time. So we'll get there eventually.
Mad Max, I just made a mental note. Next, I will be that guy who asks you about that Canadian family. It's my turn. I'm gonna have to just pin a comment about the Canadian family. Maybe we should interview them again. Put everybody's mind to rest. Natalie, why didn't you put your ducks and geese in the freezer and eat them? I don't like duck and geese. I'm not a big fan of duck and goose meat.
I don't mind duck. It's just a lot of work to butcher them.
The good Lord made beef, pork, and chicken for a reason.
And maybe we'll
we have eaten duck before. I'm just not a huge fan. We sold them instead to people who liked eating them. Ron, seeing y'all filling table with your grown goodies, you all look so proud, and young one peeling the corn. That's the best. That's where it all comes together, where you get to eat your own products. And next year will even be better. Soon we're gonna slaughter a few pigs, fill the freezer full of sausage. Next year we'll have beef. Yeah, that's where it really comes together, and that'll help us cut down on grocery bills, which is still, it's one of our biggest expenses. Stephen, hi from Manitoba, Canada. Keep up the great work and keep working your dream. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Koos van Vuren, where did you find a person from Russia that you know good enough to trust with majority shareholder?
We left it at Jesus' feet.
Yep, God paved the way for us and it all worked out. Now that we're here, we can also help others coming here. So other foreigners who are interested in coming, we have a company established and we can assist. We might be choosy on who we desire to help, maybe. I don't know. That sounds rude, but I mean, whatever. If you're interested in farming, we can help.
Yes, but we ultimately prayed and prayed and prayed some more, and we just had to give it to the Lord, because basically our whole walk here,
I was going to say, the whole thing has been an exercise in faith.
To this country was an exercise in faith, because we didn't know the language. We could have been easily, we obviously weren't stupid with our money and giving our money to people and things like that, but we just had to believe that if the Lord wanted us here, He would pay the way, and He has.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Nikolai, why are some people so pushy? The Feenstra family knows what to do first and foremost. Just look at how much they've already accomplished with their children.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nikolai. Peter Frauen, much love from Yalta, Crimea, Russia. Moved to Russia 26 months ago from the US. Russia is amazing. That's awesome. Do you have Mennonite background by chance? Because that sounds like a Mexican Mennonite name, former Russian Mennonite name. Vadim, because Russia is a country of Soviets. Kus, me and my daughter want to fly to Nizhny Novgorod. Can we visit maybe? Yes, you can.
We actually are talking about maybe next year opening, what's it called?
I don't know. What are you saying?
Like tours.
Ah, yes.
That people would pay and they would come and have a tour of our farm.
Yeah, as well as some rental
like
cabins.
almost like an open house, and you would get to interact with the family. You would get to walk around with see all the animals and what we have going on at the time. See, obviously behind the scenes, and have a little bit of time with us.
Sending you the best wishes and hugs from California, from Victoria. Thank you. Alex, in the near future, it would be nice if you did a live with Justin and his wife. We are planning to do something. Yeah, I don't know about a live, but probably do an interview with them of some kind.
I think so.
Igor, you said earlier that you came to Russia to become Russian, not just Canadian. Are you successfully Russifying yourself? Do you find time to study the country's culture and history?
This guy learned so much history.
I really enjoy it. I'm learning lots about it. What you have to keep in mind, I feel like anyway, that most of what we've been taught about the Soviet Union was Western propaganda. And so you have to retrain. You don't have to just learn new stuff. You have to throw out the old stuff, and that's hard. So because you came with preconceived notions. I've been told in school what the Soviet Union was like, but now I get here and I talk to old people and I'm like, that's not true then. Because anyway, it's just, you have to throw everything upside down. You're basically been fed the information that people wanted you to believe, and it's not true. And you come here and you find a completely different reality. We are definitely learning. We have a lot more to learn. Someone just sent me a list of books the other day, and I want to get those, read some more. It's very important.
I personally am not into that learning part of histories and all that type of stuff. Mm-hmm. So I think it would.
But people also don't realize how busy we are. It's like from morning to evening. We're just always busy. I hardly have time to sit down and ever read a book.
Yeah, I haven't read a book in probably years.
Looking forward to putting my feet up.
Yeah, sometime. Like I honestly cannot remember even the last time I read a book. I attempted to start reading a book the other day, and then life happened.
If we spend a lot of time working, of course, developing this homestead, but also figuring stuff out, and it takes a long time. You spend time on the internet. Every page has to be translated into English so we can read it. Slowly but surely, trying to figure everything out. Mm-hmm. And I don't think people realize how much time that takes. Yeah, and again, I've said this 100 times. If you're going to come here and just get a job in the city, you don't really have to figure out a lot of stuff. It's easy. But if you're trying to develop a business, in an agricultural business, there's a lot to figure out, and it's not bad. It's just there's a lot to figure out. And Anneesa and I are both people who like to be, in control of things. We like to understand what's going on. We're not just going to blindly follow something. We need to understand it, and that takes a lot of time to research and figure out. And at the same time, we're trying to feed our family, train our kids, homeschool them, look after everything, try to earn an income. There's a lot to figure out. $5. No, that's not beer. What is this?
To these people.
Yeah, that takes time too.
Pounds.
That's pounds. 5 so much from England. Oh yeah, Cornwall. From Igor, greetings from Cornwall. What sort of food do you miss from your homeland, and what cuisine impressed you in Russia? All the best to your family.
I miss this pizza. We've been eating a lot of pizza, homemade pizza, but I miss like store-bought pizza.
Yeah, they have it here too.
No.
Not as good?
It's not the same at all. Doesn't taste anything like our pizzas.
I miss chips, actually. The weirdest thing, but the potato chip flavor. I found one. Finally, I should do a short on that. I finally found one. I should. She was saying
I should be making shorts of you trying all these different chips.
Yeah, every time I find a new flavor, I try.
Hey, I wonder what this tastes like.
But potato chip flavors here are just really lacking.
They wonder why he's so chubby.
Yeah, I like eating some chips, but I just miss having good flavors. We have some good ones in Canada that I miss.
What cuisine do we like here? What does Sketchy and Maxine make?
Bluff.
Oh,
Bluff. I love bluff. Yeah.
I
But
love
I would have grown up with something similar to that called nasi
It's nothing
from
like,
Indonesia.
Nothing like what they make. They make the best.
Nasi is pretty good. You remember I never had nasi.
I've had it.
Where
but
would you
it's
have had
not-
nasi?
Pretty sure your family made it.
No, my mom doesn't make nasi.
Hmm.
No, you want to have nasi, you got to go to Hendrick's mom. Hendrick's mom makes the best nasi.
Somebody made
Oh,
it for
so
us.
good.
I'm almost certain of it.
Ah, we eat rice growing up. My mom
No,
didn't
but
make nasi.
somebody. I'm pretty sure we've had it. Oh, maybe at Oma Coke.
Well, that could be. Yeah, that could be.
But still, nothing like.
Bluff's good. Well, Max is like a master
He's a
bluff
master,
maker, man.
Max.
He does a good job.
Yep. All right. How do I get rid of this?
Click over there somewhere. All right, we gotta run through these. In the near future, it would be nice if you did. Oh, we did that already.
Yeah,
Nikolai. Is visiting Crimea still in your plans? Can't wait seeing your impression of this place. It's been postponed. It was supposed to be this October, the end of October.
Well,
Originally
originally
September,
and then
then
October.
October, and now there's been some scheduling issues or something like that. It's being postponed until spring.
Which
So,
I think would be better anyway, because I'd
Probably.
rather go when it's a little bit warmer,
true.
not rainy and miserable.
So we will still be going, but it'll be spring. We can't
Well,
afford to go there
we-
on our own.
We're hoping that we will still be going. Who
Oh
knows?
yeah, well, hopefully it
You
doesn't
never
get
know.
canceled.
You never
But
know.
we're very grateful for the opportunity, and we're looking forward to it very much. But right now, we can't afford that.
Well,
we do have some other plans coming up.
we didn't
so.
have to pay for that. That trip
Yeah.
was not up to us.
Jay Chris is visiting. Oh, read that one. Nikolai, I'm of the same opinion. Not sure what opinion
That's
that was.
at, see, at Nikolai.
Mhm.
It's not us.
Yes.
So we don't have to read that one. They're talking
Well,
to
I guess.
themselves.
I
yeah.
guess. Hey, don't forget to thumb it up. If you're here, thumb it up. Alone again, if you want practice your Russian language, you can contact me. I don't speak English very well, and I am not a teacher. I am a truck driver, but I think I can help if you need it.
Thank you.
Thank you for the offer. Mad Max, regarding... Where did you go?
Oh,
Regarding those nasty handrails in Canada, building code is something like 4 inches to 6 inches maximum gap. It's 4 inches, yeah. 38-inch height. Do you know any building codes for Russia? No, I have no idea. I don't... There are codes here, but like no enforcement, and nobody follows any kind of rules. It looks like people just do whatever they feel. I've seen some handrails and stuff here, or like pickets that are just way too far apart. Kid could easily fall through. But it's a lot more common sense here. Like there's even embankments where you're going for a hike, and there's no fence, there's no gate, and it's just common sense. Keep your kid away from the fence so they don't fall down, right? Canada, everything's bubble wrap now. Everything has to have a sign on it. You know, slippery when wet, icy in the winter. Like obviously, it's slippery when wet. Everything is. Obviously, it's icy in winter. Why do we need a sign for this? You know, don't lean over the edge. Well, of course you shouldn't lean over the edge. There's like no common sense left in the West. We have to bubble wrap everything, put a sign on everything, caution everything, wrap it in. It's just crazy. And I really
do.
oh, it just makes me, yeah. And I really appreciate that here in Russia. There's a lot less of that. It's like, use your brain and some common sense and don't do that. Except when it comes to driving. I find some Russians are animals on the road. I see people passing up hills and around corners all the time. And it's a real pet peeve of mine.
Sorry, I just chuckled the other day, and not because of the scenario, but kind of because like Finley was at the store with me, and he was holding the door open for the refrigerator, like the sheet of glass.
Oh, yeah, it fell in.
Well, he pulled on it. Like it didn't just fall on him. He was hanging on it, and it fell out and landed on his foot. Well, it landed on my foot. It kind of broke the fall. It hit my foot and then his foot. But my first thought was not to get anybody in trouble because it was my son's fault, right? But in Canada, if that situation would have happened, they would have probably had to write up some sort of like report
lawsuit.
and make sure there was no lawsuit on our part, and you know, all this stuff. Where here it was like the lady just came, got the glass, she took it to the back, the other person came out and checked that my child was okay. I just picked him up and we carried on shopping because everything was fine, but it was his fault. The door fell, and I was so worried that I, you know, damaged their goods, but they were worried about my child's, you know, foot, and it was just like, it was totally different reaction than we would have got in Canada. It would have been so much different. Yeah.
Natalie, Cora teaches the younger children at school. Who teaches Cora and Wesley? So curriculum we use, Cora, well, she does some instructing, but Anneesa does a lot of it as well. But a lot of it's self-taught. That's just the way the curriculum is actually set up, and it's very wonderful that way. So I've been doing a lot of school teaching lately as well because they just come with a few questions, especially when it comes to math. I like math and history, so then you assist them with that.
Yeah, and they sit at the kitchen table. And
they have been absolutely hammering through lessons lately.
So they sit at this kitchen table now that the monkey is busy. When they sit at the kitchen table and we oversee them. So either I'm there, Cora's there, he's there, depends on the day. Yeah. But they're working right there and doing.
Somebody stole our schoolhouse.
We should do a video on that.
Yeah.
That somebody stole our schoolhouse. Anyway, so they're just always being taught there in front of everybody, and they're all at different levels and different stages in their school. And
yep. I think what makes your channel so great is it shows that similar values exist, and I don't feel alone in my godly values. You know, that's important. I believe a lot of us Christians feel alone, and then you realize how many more of us are actually out there, and that the world is still fairly normal when you get outside of media, because media portrays it all like the whole thing's gone nuts, and there are still lots of good people out there. Mad Max, yes, by all means, re-interview that Canadian family. It's time. I don't know if they want to. They really wanted to stay private. We've managed to get them to do one interview. I don't know if they'll do another one or not. Tiggy Wink, you teach your children personal responsibility. That is so necessary. It seems the government is wanting to be a babysitter for those that never were taught common sense. Common sense is not common anymore. That's what I was told. Yeah. Natalie, have you consulted?
No idea.
Feels like half a question. Natalie, we are proud of you. You are great. Thank you. Ron, create in me a new heart, my God, and renew the right spirit in me. Amen. That's a daily thing we need. Greetings to your family. We read down?
Yeah.
You didn't thumb it up. Hey guys, have a good stream. Greetings from Survivor in Ontario. 100% agree on the propaganda. Good fella. Hello, our dear Russian farmers. Thank you. In Ontario, 80% on the roads are complete idiots. Well, you have them there too, yes. Now, I find maybe enforcement's more like here, the police are generally set up in specific spots and they're always there. And then they just kind of stop. So like today it's all white vans. The next day it's all, I don't know, whatever, trucks or something like that. Whereas in Canada, the police can be hiding anywhere. You don't know where they are. There's no advance warning. If you're driving too fast down the road, all of a sudden the policeman comes out of the middle of nowhere, turns his lights on, pulls you over and gives you a ticket. And they're big tickets. Like, you know, you can be $300, $400, $500 on a ticket. And you also only have so many points on your license. And if you lose those points, you lose your license. So with each ticket will also come X amount of points. So it's not just money you're paying. You might be paying $400, but you might also lose 3 tickets. You get 3 points, and you get a few tickets like that. You lose your license. There's no more driving. Here, they're very small tickets. The police don't randomly like hide in different places. They're usually very well visible, standing on the road. Visible, not visible. Standing on the road, and they're not looking for speeders. They're looking for other infractions. They have speed cameras everywhere, but the Yandex maps will tell you exactly where they are. So everybody's driving too fast, and they slow down for a camera. They'll go by, camera's gone, and they all drive really fast.
Don't tell all the secrets.
Well, it's the truth. So there's a difference, and I would love to see them, and they do from time to time.
You realize that you get a fair bit of tickets?
Not lately, I haven't. But I don't pass up a hill. I don't pass around the corner. I don't pass on the shoulder. Like, there are people that are driving that shouldn't be driving, and it really upsets me, actually, because it's a safety issue. I'm driving my family down the road, you know, trying to drive safe. Yes, I do speed, but you know, when you see people overtaking someone else up a hill, and like just at the very last second they scoot in before they hit the other car coming there, it's not good. Paul, give him a break, dude. Build a whole town on a field in 15 months. Thank you, sir. Arseny, do you give salt to your sheeps? Yes, we do. Actually, the coolest thing here, so we always buy blocks of salt in Canada, and it's like what do you want to call it? It's like put together in a block. Here, we actually bought salt. They mined it out of the ground. It's literally like a rock. It's you know, it's not refined. It's like they pulled it out of the ground, put it in a bag, and here we have it. It's kind of neat. The guy, in order to get smaller pieces, broke it apart with a sledgehammer, and then you get smaller chunks of the same rock. So, yeah, our sheep, our calves, everybody gets salt and minerals. Mad Max reading a book. Laugh out loud. How can you guys possibly find leisure time to read an entire book? Well, the kids read lots, lots of books.
Yeah, and double read and
so when we're done working, they're reading and or playing Lego or doing school, I guess. But we are researching stuff or still working.
Editing. Yeah.
I really love how Anneesa preserves eggs. Please make a video about it.
I haven't.
She hasn't done that since Canada, but she probably will again.
Mm-hmm.
Can you say now that you are 100% self-suppliers?
No.
Self-sufficient, probably what you mean? No, we're not. Arend, how is your shoulder feeling? Time to time, really bad. Time to time, not so bad. It's not just the shoulder, it's in the neck as well. I do a lot of stretching, like
it's been a lot better
lately. Back. It has been, but I really force myself, like right now, I can feel it pulling, and I do that a lot. It's really bad when I'm driving, and believe it or not, when I'm not working. So if I wake up in the morning with a sore neck, the best thing for me to do is just to start working because it really helps loosen it up. Sundays tends to be, today was a good day. Sunday tends to be my worst days because I don't work as much. And then often I have a headache all day long. So yeah, posture is part of it, and keeping mobile. I've been sleeping a bit better lately, so that's helping too.
Mm-hmm.
More learning, less complaining. Who's complaining? Hey guys from Georgia, USA, keep up the great work. Looking forward to seeing you in person one day. Mad Max, your property is 200-ish acres. Is there available adjoining land surrounding your land, allowing you to expand in the future? Yeah, there's more land around, for sure. I don't know if any for sale, though. Ibrahim, Justin, and his family are always on the move. I hope this time they are settling down. Radmila, good evening. Peter, if you come to Crimea, you must come to Yalta. I can be your guide. Radmila, greetings to Yalta. Good fella. I would rather visit Crimea on summer and check out the beaches and the sea. Peter, Radmila, 100%. Great to see you. Tiggy Wink, it seems crazy to me that the way you live your life and teach your children that you have to defend yourself from any naysayers. Well, there's a lot of people that don't understand our way of life. There's so many people that are like, wow, your kids are so well behaved. You should put them in school. It's like, do you not realize that the reason our kids are the way they are is because the way we raise them. If we change the way we raise them, they would not be the way they are. People are like, oh, you're so lucky you were given good kids. Like, as if God's like, all right, I'm going to give you good kids, I'm going to give you bad kids. No, kids are how you raise them and how you make them. If you feed them full of sugar every single day, they're going to be really hyper and obnoxious. If you give them a proper balanced diet, they'll be a little bit more calm. If you give them structure and rules and consequences, they will also be very calm. So children are what you make them, and they are a product of the environment you've created. It's very interesting how people don't see that sometimes. So. I am here until Mozart. I can't wait to hear George comment on their detention. I'm not sure. Where are we? Could you say something?
Some show goes on.
June, July, and August in Crimea are the warmest, hot and humid. All right, so probably like May would be best, maybe. Может быть. Could you say something in Russian? I've never heard it. I'm just curious. I just said может быть. Привет. Здравствуйте. I could say lots of things. More words and sentences, but. Did you actually do international training so that you could drive tractors and cars there? No, I just drive on my foreign license. And that's another strange thing that I would really like changed here. A foreigner can drive here as long as he wants. You could come here as a tourist every year for the next 100 years if you live that long, and you can drive on your foreign driver's license without any issues. You can become a temporary resident. You can still drive on your foreign license without any issues. Nobody cares. You become a permanent resident. You have 1 year to get your Russian driver's license, or you're no longer allowed to drive. Even though you've been driving, let's say you were visiting for 6 years, and then you became a temporary resident and you drove for another 3 years. So now you've been driving successfully in Russia, all over Russia for 9 years, no issues. But now you become permanent resident, you have to have a Russian driver's license. I understand that. But you have to pass a language test in order to do the test because it's only in Russian. And that's silly. I think the fact that you can get off the airport and drive, they obviously think you can drive. So why not just recognize the foreign license from all these countries and say, okay, or make it a basic test, but it's not language. It's just a practical test to know that, okay, you can indeed drive, and then you get your license.
Mm.
And the other problem is that right now I can drive my big van and fit all my family in. In Russian law, Russian driving rules, I can't drive that thing. I have to have a Class D. First, I have to get my Class B license, which allows me to drive a regular vehicle. Then 1 year after receiving my Class
Sorry.
B,
Just to cut in there, there's
Uh-huh.
a B with
B and a
automatic,
B1. Oh,
and
yeah,
there's a
that too.
B with a standard, so they're
Different
not the
license, yeah.
same license.
Yes. But after 1 year after getting my B, I can finally write for the D. So now, let's say I get my B and I cannot drive my D for a whole year and then hope I pass, of course. If I don't pass, then I have to wait even longer. So I can't drive my own kids around. I can't drive my family around once I become permanent resident. As a temporary resident, I can. I'm driving it right now. No problems.
Now, one thing that the issue I find is that they have they're hoping for more large families here, but the B license that is just a normal vehicle, is you're only allowed to drive a vehicle with 8 passengers.
That's right. So you can take your wife and 7 kids. But if you have more kids, you have to leave them at home. You're not allowed to drive them.
No, I think it was 8 just passengers.
Yes.
So you said your wife and
7 kids.
Oh, sorry. Yes, sorry. I thought I was driving.
We're gonna do a math lesson. Now, you could be driving, then you could take your husband and 7 kids. But anyway, your spouse and 7 children. That's all you're allowed to drive. The rest have to stay home.
In our situation, you can't even drive the whole family.
Right.
Now,
And
that's just so
it might
odd.
sound ridiculous. Well, come on, who's got 7 kids? Well, we actually know a lot of people with
Yeah.
7 or more kids. And Russia is
14.
inviting large families. Come, traditional large families. Come. Well, I mean, we know people with 14 kids.
Yeah.
And in
So-
Canada, on a regular license, you can drive 12 passengers, no problem.
Right. 12 passengers. And then there are vehicles that you can have, like the vehicle sizing is up to 15 in some of those vans.
Yes.
Where here, I find they don't even have vehicles that are like the same as any other vehicle. Like it's different.
The issue is that it's rated as commercial.
Yeah.
And so that's one thing what we'd like to see changed is that there is, you can keep your commercial, but then allowing families to drive a larger vehicle without being classed as commercial. I'm not going to start a taxi service. I'm not going to pick
No.
people up for money. I just want to drive my kids to church. That's it, you know? And so there should be allowance made for a larger amount of passengers.
Yeah, so what I was suggesting is that we, like in Canada, you can drive X amount of people on your license. But what I was suggesting is that here you could just even change it just slightly, that you're allowed to drive more people as long as they're your family. So the license could be that you can drive 8 passengers, but you can drive more than 8 passengers if they are all your immediate family. Then that would just be a simple wording change in the law, and it would fix the whole issue.
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
All right, let's just scroll down a few. What do we have here? We're over an hour already. Let's scroll down through a few here. Did you figure out what you were doing for your tree with the Beauty Wave View? Oh yeah, I picked the wrong comment. I'm not sure what that means. What tree?
I know I did.
Creo, hello. Are the fuel prices the same as in the States? How much does this affect you? What's the comparison between Canada and Russia now when compared economically? That's interesting. I'd like to study on that before I could really comment. I know prices have gone up here in the last 2 years for sure. But I know also from what I've heard, Canada, it also has gone way up. Fuel prices right now are still considerably cheaper than in Canada. Wages are coming up. They're also, of course, a lot less than in Canada. Tax is much better here. Excuse me. Income tax is much, much lower here than in Canada. Overall quality of life is better, and housing is extremely cheap. So a lot of people, a lot of negative commenters will often say, oh yeah, but Russian, you don't make any money, blah, blah, blah. You also need a lot less because housing is very cheap here compared to housing in Canada. Farmland is cheap here compared to farmland in Canada. Groceries are still cheaper, but they have come up. I don't know what the exact price difference would be. I would really like to do a comparison on that before I could comment. I know when we moved here, it was like a quarter of the price for most things, not everything. But watching you from Canada, you're amazing. Tell the other Canadians about you, and people cannot believe that you moved to Russia. You are my heroes. Well, thank you. Russia is now much safer than the UK. Oh, 100%. Amen to that. Andrew Thompson, $6 super chat. Thank you. Canadian Food Inspection Agency has been threatening to murder ostriches at a farm in BC. Glad you made the move to Nijni Novgorod. Yes, I don't know all the ins and outs on that either. Like, they seem to think these birds are sick or something like that, but it also seems like a case of government overreach, and again, a lack of common sense, because you can't talk to these people and say, look, such and such and so and so. They just seems like a terrible story. Andrew, drink half your body weight in ounces of water every day. More if you work hard. I get head pains if I don't drink enough water. Yeah, I noticed that with all joints, my joint pain. And I've been drinking less coffee lately as well. The coffee machine, I now, the settings on half bean, so it's a lot less, and I drink less of it in a day. That really helps as well. Rule of American traffic lights: red stop, green go, yellow go faster. Canada too.
Here, actually, I find it's
yeah, it messes you up.
Yeah,
because when the light's going to turn red, it flashes green, which in Canada that means advanced green. It's like it's time to go
right away.
Yeah. Whereas here, so like I see a flashing green, I'm like, oh, okay, go. And she's like, stop, because it's gonna turn red.
And I think you still in your brain subconsciously.
I do, yeah. And then it goes. There's no right-hand turns on a red light, which is very weird.
Mm-hmm.
Almost all. There's the odd exception, but
but they would have an arrow there.
Yeah, but basically all traffic lights in Canada, you can turn right on a red. If there's nobody coming, you got to look and then you can go. Here, that's a no-no. You can't do that. You have to sit and wait. So I've also been tempted a few times to go, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can't do that here. The other thing is that the traffic light will go green, yellow, red, and then it'll go after the time's up. Usually they have a timer on them here anyway, and then it goes back to yellow and green again. And so it's just an odd thing. We don't have that. We would have.
I'm sure in lots of places in Europe have that, and that's normal. Over maybe in the States
probably
too, but like not for us where we were from in Canada.
Yeah. All right. Above my phone, wrote the wrong word. Has a mind of its own. Meant to say it creates revenue. Oh, no, I don't know what that's about now.
It's at so and so.
You founded a company with a Russian who holds majority stake. The company then bought the land. It seems like family structures are much more intact in your part of the world, with a lot of respect still shown to elders. Do you ever experience xenophobia or negativity because you're a foreigner? Nah, I've never noticed any negativity at all. People are super welcoming, and they find out we're from Canada. Like, what are you doing here? No, they've been absolutely 100% great. I haven't noticed.
I find body language could say a lot. Even if you can't communicate to someone, I think body language says a lot about people as well. And I feel like when we went to Moscow on the train, my children needed to use the washroom, but apparently there was a huge lineup, and they butted. They walked right up, and the other people that were in line, I was way in the other car, and I was going to follow them, but I noticed that they butted in front of all these people. So then I was like, oh no, I better go and tell them there's.
I don't think they did it on purpose.
No, they didn't know. They had no idea that those people standing there were in the line. So I went up and I explained to them that all these people are waiting for the bathroom. You need to wait your turn. Well, it was instinctively you could tell that the whole group of people softened, right? Like they went from being kind of annoyed because these young children butted to realizing, even though they didn't understand what I was telling my children, they could see with my body language that I was teaching my children that we need to be respectful and let all these people go before us. And that really helps, because just social communication through action is a huge thing. A lot of them ended up letting my kids go first because they're children, but it was the fact that they realized that my children weren't deliberately, trying to be rude, right?
It seems like I read that already. Orthodox. Are there only Orthodox churches in your area?
No. In the city, there's
more. Oh, in the city, there's lots of other ones. But in rural settings, I think it's the only one that I know of.
I would not say that there's many varieties of churches in the country as a whole compared to the United States or Canada.
Yeah, but vast majority of those are empty anyway. So.
Yeah, and that's not. I'm saying most people are Orthodox here.
Yeah.
But there wouldn't be so many Orthodox church buildings. I feel like there's people that practice the faith even though they don't necessarily go to the building every day or every Sunday.
Right.
or-
People call themselves Orthodox don't necessarily go to church. Is that what you
Yeah.
mean? Mhm.
Yes, but I feel there's actually devout Orthodox too.
Yes, that
That-
regularly go.
Yeah.
That's kind of like Catholicism, right? We know a lot of Catholics that never ever go to church and haven't been to
Right.
one in years. But we also know other Catholics that go, faithfully every week.
But
So,
most village, or like I would say, you have cities, and then I would say towns, and then villages. And I would say most towns that are in between the villages and the city would have like a church,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Our village does not have a
But-
shrine or a nothing. There's
Yeah.
nothing here. But a lot of the other ones that we know have, around us have something. at
Yeah,
least.
most of them have.
But I don't know of any other denominations of Christianity like close by. In the city, there's lots of other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. See you on the next one. Thanks for the stream. Can books be safely mailed from Texas to Russia? Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
I believe so, yeah. Natalie, driver's license regulations. How much did the vet cost? That's a good question.
I don't think we got the bill yet.
No, that's a good point.
I think he'll send us the bill.
Oh, well, I know, actually, I hope not. I'm fine with not doing it. But. Tiggy went, what most Americans do not know is that driving a motor vehicle is a commercial job. Americans have the right to travel in any manner of modern method. Americans don't know they are exempt. No, it could be. Doris, $5.99.
Pounds.
No, that's euros, I'm
Oh,
pretty sure.
euros. Yeah.
Super chat. Thank you very much, Doris.
Thank you.
And it's also her first super on a live stream.
Thank you.
Yay! Says we're supposed to celebrate. Oops, no, what did I do?
Just don't do that.
Stop it. Go off my screen. Rinka, do you miss back home? I don't know. I don't get that sentimental. I guess there's things I miss. There's some things that are simpler, and obviously we miss our, family members and stuff. But home is where you make it, really. So this is our home, and if I left here, I would miss here. Part of me misses every place I've ever lived. We've, as we said earlier in the stream, we've built a lot of places, and you leave a little piece of you with every piece. I reminisce back. I'm like, oh man, I miss living in that place, and oh, I miss living in that place, and but what's the point of that? That's looking back. I try to look to the future. This is my home. I love it here, and until the Lord tells us to move somewhere else, this is where we're planning on staying. So. The quality of the stream is up tremendously. What happened? Shh, don't tell the internet. It might die on us. It's been working good. What kind of things has Anneesa canned or frozen this year? Well, you froze some chickens, lots of berries. You have canned
Morse.
lots of more beans, pickles, lots of pickles.
Pickles.
Carrots. Haven't you canned some carrots? No. In the root cellar, we've put potatoes, beets, and some cabbage.
Relish. You did relish.
You did lots of relish. You have made some sauerkraut, have you not?
Yeah.
You're working on sauerkraut. What else is in the pantry? Yeah, we've got frozen chicken in the freezer now. Soon we'll have lots of pork products in the freezer. More chicken's coming this week too. I don't know what else is in there. Did Justin share any secrets about crocodile farming with you? We did talk about it a little bit. I suspect no Starlink. How do you access the net? How are your speeds for remote work, etc.? I mean, the stream looks amazing, but how are you connected? Just through like 4G, 5G, just what do you want to call it? Wi-Fi, like
on the phone.
Through the cell towers. A Russian banya would be good for you. Yeah, I think maybe next year I'll build one of those. We've talked about it. Coast, did you battle to find a piece of land to use as agricultural land and build on it in a homestead? It took us a while to find it. We were offered some assistance in finding land. None of that turned out very well. I finally just looked on Avito one day. I might have prayed about it first. I can't remember. But I looked on Avito one day. I found this property. I contacted the guy. He said, yep, for sure. We can meet out and look at it.
He even spoke English.
Well, I didn't know that at the time, but then we came out here, we met him, we looked at the land, we're like, wow, really like this, we discussed the price, and then we said, okay, we got to talk to the kids, so we went back, talked to the kids, said, let's go look at it, the kids liked it, so we bought it, and the rest of it, it's been pretty straightforward. Andrew, some info on your grow zone, length of grow season, cold season, so on would be some good info for folks. That's a good idea too, yeah. What kind of wild berries are there in Russia and Canada?
Loads.
Yeah, lots. And
So
very,
many.
very similar to Canada. Obviously, it depends. Like Russia is huge.
So much more variety.
Canada's huge.
I think the difference between Canada and Russia is the fact there's so many more years of civilization here that the berries and so much of it that, and they don't use as many sprays, I don't think, here to kill it all off.
Yeah, and I was commenting, I was working in the village at someone's place this week, and I was just admiring their backyard and how beautiful it is, and commenting on how different it is, because most people living in a village or a cottage or a town in Canada, they have this manicured lawn where they spend a lot of money trying to make the perfect green grass with no weeds in it. And here, the whole backyard, there's no grass to mow. It's all flower beds and orchard and vegetable gardens, and it's just like beautiful, just into production. It's amazing.
Yeah, berries and bushes. And
so there's probably more appreciation for that as well here.
Well, again, though, it's established, right? Like, I feel like if you walk into some of these people's back yards, it's years of being established, right? Like years. Like they could be like 100-year-old trees, because it's like there's so much history here. And same with, like, you go into the forest, or you go into, like, you get so many, like, I'm just saying, there's a patch over here, raspberries. It could have been that somebody planted that raspberry bush, 100 years ago, because there's just so much history here and so much culture.
Yeah, true enough.
Right? Where in our, I feel like it's like there's very few berries anywhere anymore. Like when we were kids, they were on the sides of the roads, and they were like, and they do cutting of the grass down the sides of the ditches everywhere now, and I feel like they've killed a lot of.
Yeah, and Canada's very, very young. There's like no history there.
Exactly.
Right? So, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Georgia's rural land ownership is impossible for foreigners, as the agricultural land is now protected by law. Are we able to purchase rural land and have it registered on our own names? So what he's asking about is agricultural land. Well, pretty simple, I guess, but for foreigners. So Georgia, the country, you cannot, as a foreigner, buy agricultural land. You can't even buy residential in Georgia. It is bottled right up, and they're trying to keep foreigners from buying stuff. And I understand why, because it's a national security issue if you start letting everybody buy your land. How do you know what corporation is buying everything up? It is an issue. Here in Russia, you can buy residential land without issues. You can also buy commercial property. You cannot buy agricultural land, and you cannot buy anything close to critical infrastructure like military bases or nuclear sites. Certain border regions, you're not allowed to buy there. And as a foreigner, you cannot buy agricultural land. The only way to do it is through a Russian company with a Russian partner. Once you become citizen, you can buy as much as you like, no problems. You are able, as a foreigner, to lease land. So whether you want to lease it from the government or from a private individual, that is perfectly fine. The lease would be totally legal, binding in your name. It would be your land to do with as you please. You could write a lease in such a way that you own the land once you become citizen. All of that would be perfectly legal. But to actually buy the land, that is a challenge. So therefore, we have set up a company to do that, and we are also willing to help others do the same thing. What a wonderful family. Thank you very much. Do you eat together with the Australian family, or does each family eat separately? We live separately. We do our own thing, but we do spend a lot of time together. So every Sunday we eat together, spend time together socializing, and also sometimes during the week we do. Doris, good night. Good night. Muddy, need to get my wife to stop watching you. Third extra kid on way in 8 months. Tiggywig, my dear friends, please consider Shabbat, number 4 of the 10 commandments. It is worthy of consideration. I think it will matter in upcoming days. Besides, it will continue forever. You can use the rest. Shabbat. What is Shabbat?
Shabbat.
Natalie. Hey, it's not translated.
Maybe they translated it.
No. Angie, in the United States, foreigners can buy land. Yes, and in Canada, they can too. So we actually have Chinese corporations that have bought up a lot of mining industry in Canada, and are also buying up a lot of farmland. And the same thing is going on in the United States. And this becomes an issue potential issue. If your enemy is buying up your land, that's going to be a problem. It also drives up prices. Okay, so foreign speculators, like the real estate market in Canada has been skyrocketing for the last 15, 20 years, and also in the agricultural sector. The land has gone up 15% per year for the last 10, 15, 20 years in certain spots, not everywhere. And so people can buy land. You can borrow money from the bank for 2, 3%. You can invest it in land and you can make a very good return. The companies that have a lot of money could buy more land, which creates a demand for land, which drives the price up even more. And to me, that's an issue because the citizens that live there should have first access to that land. So now you have foreigners buying land and large corporations buying land that don't necessarily even use the land. And local farm kids that would like to farm are driven out of the market because they can't afford to do so. I am in favor of not allowing foreigners to buy land. It's a pain for me, but I agree with the rule and I support it. Hello from Alaska. Question: if your oldest daughter learns the language, can she take citizenship test? And if she passes, can you get citizenship through her? Yes.
Yes, but she can't take the permanent resident test until she's 18, and that'll be a whole year yet. And once she takes the permanent resident test, she then has to wait 5 years to take the citizenship.
It's a long process. It's not something fast.
Right. So it's not like it'll rush or anything, really.
Do you have rural or farmers markets there? Here in rural Georgia, we get amazing fresh produce for local markets to preserve for winter. Yes, there's lots of markets here. I don't know how much of that is locally grown. A lot of it is brought in from Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Turkestan. A lot of it is not grown here at all.
We should probably call it a night.
We should. Do you know what happened to the Australian family that began building a home and shop in Altai and had to suddenly stop? They have a YouTube channel, Rebel Life. You could click on there and find out what's going on with them. Are your kids having fun having the other family's kids around? Oh, 100%. Yeah, they spend a lot of time playing together.
Yeah.
They really enjoy that. So, Привет, everybody. Хорошо вечер. Good evening. Smatru. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I understood most of that. All right, we're going to call it a night, guys. Thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget to check out the links down below, the videos, every description below the video. In the description below every video, there is a lot of links for you to click on. Please follow them and support our channel in that way. It's a huge boost to our family and also provides us a bit of income if you support us one way or another. Shabbat is the seventh day rest. Why is it called Shabbat? Why isn't it just called Sabbath? Anyway. Sabbath day. I love you all. Thank you for acknowledging me. Thank you, Tiggy. We appreciate it. All right, God bless you guys. Have a great week. We will see you all on the live next week, and I hope that you will watch our videos. Also go back to some of our old videos and see what we're up to. Good night.